Hi everyone, you guys know what time it is. It is time to do another P.O. box unboxing of all the things that have been piling up. Whoa! Yeah, the stack is pretty huge. Check the disclaimer in the info bar if you want to know more about these videos, why I filmed them, like what's the point behind them, what's my thought process behind them if you want to know more about that. Back before I was on vacation, I was invited to stop by the Inglot retail location in Zurich. I'd had contact with the brand before, and you know, instead of just them sending me random stuff, I was like, look, I'm in Zurich. Why don't we just meet up? And so I went to their retail location and I basically got to pick out anything I wanted in the store, which is really, really kind of them. Thank you so much. I mean, you know, I definitely don't take that for granted. I'm just so thankful for that. And Inglot is a brand that, you know, I have known about for a really long time, and I've purchased their products myself. I actually have a few Inglot hauls. Anyhow, so I got two of the Freedom System palettes. Now these I think are just the coolest palettes. So cool, it's like magnetized and they're stackable. So if you have several palettes from the brand, you can stack them on top, and then you see they're magnetized, and they really are very strong magnets, so that it really works. So I got a 10 eyeshadow pan here. And this is what it looks like. These are the 10 eyeshadows I got. It's a really nice mix of neutrals and then some darker colors and some sort of brighter colors here. And I just wanted to try out some of the neutrals because I have some other shades by Inglot already that are a bit more colorful. So I wanted some neutral shades, and also they just came out with a whole new range of matte collection, like a whole new matte collection range. So these are all from their new matte collection up here. And I'm really stoked to try these out. I have been super into like matte eyeshadows. They're just super pigmented. Like, I love the pigmentation of the Inglot shadows, so I'm really keen to try out some of the matte ones. The store manager, she's like, oh, why don't you try out our new contouring products? And I'm really loving this. I have been using this ever since I got this palette. This has been my go-to contouring powder right here. I think this is their lightest one from their contouring powders. It's a perfect like grayish light brown. So this is perfect if you do have fair skin. This is an absolute dream of a contour product. And this is a matte highlighter, which is really cool because it's really nice and light. And this is like a blush that is combo. It's kind of like a shimmery blush here on the bottom and then like a matte here. So I like to just blend them together. This is the AMC Pure Pigment Eyeshadow number 86, and they have like this most amazing duochrome, which I don't know if you can see it here, but it like reflects different colors. It's like this bronzy, coppery pink tone. And I can't actually wait to do a look with this. Like, I'm super excited about these. These pigments are just like on crack. They are so crazy. And then I have this one. This is 119. And this is kind of a more neutral shade. It's like a light rose color, I guess. Voila. And that is just such a beautiful rose colored pigment. Kind of like a golden rose color. I also got the AMC eyeliner gel in number 67, and this is a bright cobalt blue. I believe this came out with there was like a limited edition collection that was out. I think it's the Mamma Mia collection, and it's like this bright cobalt blue because the AMC liner, the black one that by Inglot, is my absolute favorite HG eyeliner now, and I bought that one myself like a while back. Offered the chance to try out one of their foundations, and this is the Inglot HD Perfect Cover Up Foundation. This is the shade 71. I think this is the lightest shade that they had. So I haven't worn this. I mean, I swatched it in store. I'm not sure if it's quite light enough for me. Like, I might need to lighten it a little bit, but it did seem like it was very, very full coverage. So I think this would be really good for photography or something like that. Thank you so much to the Inglot team. I had a really nice time at their store. They actually did a makeover on me and like took some pictures for their social media. So it was really fun. Here we go, Clinique. Mascara in here, this is the Chubby Lash Fattening Mascara. So I can always use a new mascara. And I used to buy the Clinique mascaras like when I was in college. I used to really love them. I haven't used them in a while. Here's this one, the Chubby Lash. It looks like a sort of a latex or like a plasticky wand with really short spikes on it, but it does look quite thick, like the actual wand is quite thick. Also another Chubby Lash, this is Two Ton Teal. So that one I guess was the black one, and this is more of a colorful one, I guess. Ooh, A teal colored mascara, that is pretty unique. I don't have any teal colored mascaras. I have some blue mascaras, and the other one is called Jumbo Jet. So this is just the straight up black. Sweet Pot Sugar Scrub and Lip Balm, and this is in the shade Pink Framboise, so number 03. Framboise means raspberry. Like, I think you can unscrew both of these sides. Yeah, you can, that's so neat. So this side over here, I don't know if you can see, there's little bumps in it, so this looks like it's the exfoliating one, so you could use that to scrub your lips and get rid of any of the dead skin that might be flaking off, and then this is the lip balm that goes on top. So that's the lip balm in that raspberry shade. Doesn't smell like anything because I think that, you know, Laneige they don't add any perfumes to their stuff. This feels quite thick though, so it really feels like this might be very hydrating on the lips if you have super dry lips. I can always use that. I actually have been loving the lip scrubs by Lush, so I'm keen to try out something else. Thank you so much to Clinique for sending that through. So next up I have a package here by MAC Cosmetics. So the first thing in here is the Studio Tech. So I just opened this and I was a little bit surprised like how dark this is. This is NW58, and I was like, well, why would they send me this? Because this is obviously not my shade. But I think this is just, they have probably extended their line here in, I don't know if it's like globally, but at least here in Switzerland, they have extended their range for really dark shades. So it starts at NW33 and then goes up to 58. So I guess this is meant to be like an extension for really dark skin tones. This is the very darkest one. I swatched it here. On me, this is obviously not going to work. I don't think I could even use it for contouring because it is so intensely dark. But you know, if you do have darker skin, this might be something that you would welcome. And then there's also a brush in here. This is the MAC 170 brush. So this is a really dense brush that you can use for, I guess with that cream foundation would be really good. You could use that. Now I do have to say one thing. This is something that I have noticed, that the MAC brushes are looking really different lately. I don't know if they are going to make all of their permanent collection the same. I really hope not, because I've noticed that all their brushes, like the new ones that have been sent to me more recently, are all made in China. Honestly, I feel like the quality of these brushes, like this one seems to be okay, but some of the other brushes that they had sent with other releases were just not as good quality anymore, because I know that a lot of their brushes used to be made in Japan and in France mainly, and now all the time like the label here says China, so they must have changed their manufacturer of who makes their brushes. And honestly, since they have done that, I have noticed that the quality of their brushes is not as good anymore. So that I find very unfortunate, because the price has obviously not gone down. They want to have a higher markup on their product. You know, the consumer isn't stupid, and we are going to notice that, especially if you're someone who's really into makeup brushes and who has maybe a good collection already, and you can really compare the different varieties. I know more and more things nowadays are made in China, and I'm not saying like all products there are made crap, but I have definitely noticed a difference in the quality of the MAC brushes, because I have spent a lot of my own money on buying MAC brushes. So I know exactly the quality, what it was before. This one feels nice. Like this one, I have to say, is not, doesn't feel cheap, but some of the other ones that have been sent to me are like really poor quality. And I'm just very surprised. That's something I'm a little bit sad about, that they are switching their brush manufacturers to an obviously inferior, you know, producer. So just be careful about the new brushes that you do buy. Look where they're made, and try to get the ones that are made in Japan and France if you can, because I feel like they're better quality. The lipstick from the Viva Glam collection with Ariana Grande. This is Viva Glam Ariana Grande, and you guys know the proceeds of these lipsticks go to their MAC AIDS fund. Is really cool. Actually, this is very similar to what I'm wearing today. I'm actually wearing Smoke Purple by MAC today on my lips. Like a very intense burgundy grape, like deep grape color. And then there's also in here the Velvetese lip pencil, and this is in the shade Just My Type. Let's see if this is just my type. So it's a sort of pencil lip product, and that looks so cool. I love this color, perfect for spring coming up. The Velvetese lip pencil in Promise Me. Let's swatch that next to it. Ooh, that's like really pretty sort of peachy nude pink color right there. These look really fun. They look very creamy. Again, a matte finish. So that is it from MAC Cosmetics. Thank you so much to MAC for sending that through. All right, next up I have a package here by Manhattan Cosmetics. So it says, are you ready for a selfie? We are sending you the new 3-in-1 Easy Match makeup from Manhattan. And this is supposed to have a perfect photo finish. There's a beauty blender and a Manhattan, the new 3-in-1 Easy Match, and this is in Classic Ivory number 32. It has SPF 20, which if you're making it for flash photography is not ideal. If you're using it actually for photography, you want one without. But let's see how this looks. I've got a little bit there. Can you see there? It feels really, really creamy actually. Like it feels very nice. It feels like it's very easy to blend. This is a little bit too orange for me. It's very orange toned, like you can see there. So it says that this is light and oil free. And it also has vitamin E inside and SPF 20. So that's that. And then there's also the beauty blender in here that is in the box by Manhattan. So thank you to Manhattan for sending that through. Let's move on to the next box, which is this one here. And this looks like it is by Rhog Gunny, which is a French perfumist brand. And they also make body care products. This like pile of rubbish is like getting bigger and bigger. So this is Fleur de Figuier. That looks quite nice actually. It has like a nice sort of print on the front with the figs. Because figuier is like fig tree flower. This is supposed to be. Let's see what this smells like. Whoa, that smells super fruity and fresh. The sensual accord of fig pulp is first enhanced by a hint of caraway and the freshness of grapefruit. Okay, so that must be where that fresh note is coming from. The fragrance notes of crisp fig leaves then reveal themselves as they blend with those of mandarin blossom. And finally, the sensuality of musk and fig wood provides a sensation of delightful and relaxing well-being. This actually smells quite nice. So if you like figs, you can check that out. Thank you so much for sending that through. All right, next up I have another package here. And this seems to be by Lavash Posie, which I love. It's one of my favorite skincare brands in general. Soothing, protecting, hydrating fluid for sensitive and dry skin, babies, children, and adults. So there's that. And this one looks like it's made for kids because there's like a picture of kids on the front. And this is the Lipikar gel. It's a shower gel. So I guess this is, it says it's made without soaps and without parabens. So this is, I guess, a shower gel. And then this is like a moisturizing lotion that you can use after. I can't really smell much of a scent in this. I don't know if it's unscented or if it's just the fragrance is really, really light. But it definitely doesn't smell bad, which is something you obviously don't want if you're going to be slathering that product. So thank you so much to Lavash Posie for sending that. It's actually snowing outside, which I was a little bit miffed at today when I looked out the window. I was like, oh no, what is this stuff? All right, so in here there is the product from Vichy. It's the Dermablend 3D Correction. It's a foundation meant for people with like, you know, skin impurities. So if you have like acne or something like that, high coverage. And this is also supposed to, I think, correct like bumps. Like, you know, if you have acne, you kind of have like raised bumps everywhere. So this is supposed to correct that, although I'm not quite sure how that would work. So yeah, it says that this is not only meant to cover up acne with pigmentation, but it's also supposed to smooth the surface of the skin so that you don't have these kind of bumpy areas where you might have acne. So this is actually, I'm curious to see how that would work. This is in the shade Opal, which is the lightest, number 15. It's kind of hard to show you guys. So thank you so much to Vichy for sending that through. All right, now I've got a package in here, which I guess is supposed to be for Valentine's Day or something, or I don't know. This is a perfume by Kasha, I think it's called. It's another French brand, Kasha, and this is called Amour Amour. There's earphones in here. What? Can you see there's like a spring here on the front? I don't know if you're supposed to take that off or if you're supposed to leave it on. I'm just gonna leave it on. This smells really citrusy almost, like very, very fresh. There's no information with this, which is always great when PR companies don't send any information. And then there's also some earphones in here. It looks like emoji hearts or something. Look at that. Can you see the earbuds? They're like hearts. Those are so funny. How do those work? Oh my God. Can you see that? Those are fun. So I hope that those will work. Maybe I can use those for the gym. Thank you to Kasha anyway for sending that. All right, last but not least, I wanted to show you another thing that I had already unboxed, and this is by Astir. So Astir came out with a brand new lipstick range, and it's called the Perfect Stay Fabulous all-in-one lipstick. So it's supposed to be like a primer and a lipstick in one. You're supposed to be able to wear this like just on its own without a lip liner, and it's supposed to really stay in place. And I actually wore these. I took a bunch of them to Canada when I was over there for my holidays, and wore these lipsticks. Floral number 700 Floral, and this is just a very neutral, everyday wearable kind of shade. This one's called Favorite Berry. It's kind of strange that they would call it berry because it's definitely more warm toned. 301 for Fun. There's that. Feeling Feline. Now I have worn these lipsticks in when I was in Canada, so I can already kind of tell you what I think of them. One thing I don't like about these is that they have a very strong scent, sort of like a florally rose scent. And you notice it when it's on your lips, and I personally don't like that. I don't like lipsticks or lip products with quite strong scents because you end up kind of tasting and smelling it all day. Also, some of them, when you apply them, depending on the color, not all of them are super smooth and even. Some of them apply a bit more patchy, in which case I honestly think they would look better with a lip liner, even though this is supposed to be like made to wear without a lip liner. They did last quite a long time, and what I did like is that they don't bleed outside the line like crazy. I mean, there was maybe a little bit of bleeding outside the line. Honestly, I don't know if I would reach for these very much because of the scent, but that's just something about me. Like, I just can't handle really scented, like strong scented things on my lips. So thank you so much to Astir for sending that through, and we have come to the end of this unboxing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like this, you can go and check out these other unboxings that I've linked right now on the sides, because if you enjoyed this, you might enjoy those as well. Remember to subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media. I love talking to you guys on there, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.